everybody, and welcome back to the LoofCast. This is episode 47. How you doing today? It's about the best intro I got.
Beautiful
My
intro.
brain is fried.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's just one of those days.
That is fair. I'm
It's just
leaving on a trip in like 8 hours, and we've got to record. We got to edit this, and then I got to get my ass to Lake Tahoe, where I have to go jump in a lake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You jumping in me.
For context, if you guys are interested in seeing that little bit of footage, I did a video yesterday where we did like a little game show on Outlast Trials, and anytime somebody lost the challenge, we had to spin some punishment wheels. One of my punishments is jumping in the lake in Lake Tahoe. Now I know that doesn't seem like a punishment, but mind you, it's going to be like 26 degrees up there, Fahrenheit,
Yeah.
which is like -5 for those who use Celsius. So it's not gonna be comfortable for me.
It might it might be a little cold.
Yeah,
Up
might
there,
be. Like I'm okay with cold weather. Like, I'd be okay walking outside in like 26-degree weather.
You ever
But if I throw myself in a lake and then I have to walk all the way back to my Airbnb, I'm gonna be fucking freezing.
Yeah, buddy, you ever taken an ice bath?
I have, but not in 26-degree weather.
That's what it's gonna be like. It's
I
gonna be
know,
an ice
it's
bath.
gonna suck. You know the best part about it though?
What?
This is a trip I'm going on with my coworkers, so I basically can't explain to them what I'm doing. I just have to go, throw myself in the lake, and then come back sopping wet and hope nobody asks any questions.
Well, you better hope that you don't give yourself hypothermia there, buddy.
Yeah, that would also be good.
Yeah, you better. First off, don't jump in like a frozen lake. Don't be dumb.
It's not a frozen
Let's
lake.
see.
Lake Tahoe rarely ever freezes over, as far as I'm aware.
Okay.
But it's still gonna be fucking cold as shit. So I'm gonna have my car nearby and like a change of clothes, hopefully. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. But outside of that, I guess some new things in my life have actually become. This is actually something pretty cool, but I've actually become like a streamer for Thirst Project.
Yeah, I've been seeing that.
Yeah, I actually did my first stream on their socials, which was really cool. And there are more to come, which I'm really excited about.
Hell yeah.
Dude, it's gonna be so fun. I'm so excited. But yeah, outside of that, there's not much else that's new for me right now. What about you?
I mean, besides what I told you earlier.
Yeah.
Not really much.
Well,
I'm kind of changing. I'm switching lanes. I'm leaving the college I'm going to now. I'm going to another one.
Yeah.
That's usual shit.
Yeah, that's how it goes. I mean, I guess we're out of the small talk section already. That was fast.
Yeah.
I guess we can kind of rotate over into like our actual topic for the day.
Yeah, which will be a fun one.
It's going to be a very fun one. For those of you who both don't know, for those of you who don't know, both of us work in retail, sort of. So, yeah, they're different types of retail, but we have a lot of horror stories, both about customers, shoplifters, God knows everything else. Like,
yeah,
yeah,
racist crackheads. I live in Florida, so
Yeah, I will say.
Well, we'll get into it.
I will say what sparked this topic for me?
What?
So for context to this, I messaged Oof, like a week ago, and I said nothing else, but I just said I know the next podcast topic, and that's all I said to him. Because that day was actually the day that I had to deal with who is probably the worst customer I have ever dealt with in my life. He is the biggest piece of shit.
Customers.
Yeah, he is the biggest piece of shit I have ever met. I've also just realized that I'm wearing the wrong avatar. Please hold.
Nice job there, buddy.
I'm doing good. Where's my seat? Oh god, there we go. All right, we're sitting back down. We're okay. I'm also now facing the wrong way. Shit. Okay, now we're good. But he is the biggest piece of shit that I've ever had to deal with in my life. And you guys are gonna love this. I'm gonna bleep this out because obviously I can't be leaking people's information. I'm gonna tell you this though. The guy's name is right.
Okay.
So he's the biggest piece of shit that I've ever met in my life. Basically, he's this foreign dude, right? Now keep in mind, my company is local to where I live. It's not in any other states. It's not in any other countries. This dude doesn't live in the U.S. I'm not going to say what country, obviously, but he doesn't live in the U.S. He's never been to one of our stores, as far as we're aware. But what he does is he runs this scam business online, and it's such bullshit. But basically, we have a rental department at my store because, you know, we're a sporting goods store. So we'll rent out, like, you know, bikes, snow gear, God knows what else, a bunch of things. And he's basically, he has his own website where he rents people our gear, but he upcharges them on what we charge people.
Oh, well, yeah, of course, yeah.
So basically, if people are coming in from whatever country he's in, he advertises his business in that country. And he does this in a bunch of different places. But he makes it such a fucking hassle for every store that has to do it. Now, normally I'm okay with businesses like this, but not when the guy who runs it is a complete and utter dick. Because keep in mind, like, this dude, like, I've had to place him on hold for like 10 minutes before while we tried to figure out his shit. Because what he does, since he can't pick up the rentals and sometimes his customers don't want to either, he will send like an Uber driver to pick it up. And they have to sign liability forms and shit. And like half the time drivers don't want to do that because it's like, I don't want to be responsible for this shit. What?
Yeah.
So it's really fucking stupid, number one. But he's such a dick about everything. Like, I don't want to hold for 10 minutes for while we try to figure out a rental for him to try and get his shit sorted. And he hangs up the phone, calls back, and he proceeded to yell at me. He was like, yeah, you know, this is costing me minutes, man. Like, I have to pay for these calls. And I'm like, okay. Fucking and? Like,
This is your fault.
I'm like, dude, this is your business. I don't give a shit if I'm wasting you money. Like, you're a fucking joke. But it was really funny, just like having him yell at me over minutes. I was like, he's like, dude, this is costing me minutes. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I'm trying to get this sorted out. You are wasting money, and I'm just like, I don't care. Like, in the most disrespectful way possible, shut the fuck up and wait your fucking turn. It was just really funny, though.
We do not care.
Literally. I'm like, I don't care, dude. Like, I've hung up on this dude before.
Oh, of course.
Like, yeah. I heard his fucking voice, and I can recognize him by voice now from his accent. But I picked up the phone, heard him once, and I hung up on him. And I don't think he ever realized I actually hung up. I think he thought the call dropped or some shit. But it was really funny that I just was like, oh, thank God I could actually hang up on this dude.
Yeah, you can finally be free.
Yeah, well, because the best part is I can also recognize him by his caller ID now. Because the best part is that his caller ID comes up as his country.
Right, yeah.
So it just says country is calling for your store. And I'm like, okay. So I know who this guy is now. So basically if I want to, I could just not answer the phone.
Yeah.
No, but it's been really fun. But he's such a dick about everything. It's so bad. I've wanted to like review bomb his site, but I'm not actually going to do it, obviously.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's a bad practice to do, and it's also just like really bad considering I work there. Maybe like one day when I eventually stop working there, I might review bomb this guy's site to hell. Because at that point, what are they going to do? Like,
right?
He can't report me.
Yeah.
But yeah, one day I might do it. But till then,
the worst thing
fuck that guy.
I mean, the worst thing that'll happen is the reviews get taken down.
Yeah. But at that point, I don't care. I'm just like, dude, I have to create a hassle for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's only like a fraction of what he's done, by the way. I've dealt with this guy maybe 4 times. and every time he's been just such a piece of shit.
Right.
But
Yeah. I can imagine.
He is undoubtedly the worst customer I have ever had to deal with in my life. And that's saying something, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that's saying
I mean,
something.
I can tell you mine.
Go for it.
I can tell you mine. I can't remember if I've told this story on the podcast or not, but I'm just gonna tell it again. I used to work at a burrito making place, right? You know.
Yeah, I remember this place.
Get your own burrito, right? So unfortunately, there's a lot of homeless people in our area.
Oh, I remember
So
this.
yeah. Oh yeah.
You
Yeah.
told me this.
And I definitely told you this story.
I don't think we ever told him the podcast, but I remember this story.
So there was a man that was definitely on drugs. That came into the store. He was definitely homeless. He jaywalked from across the street. I don't care about jaywalking, but when it's a 4-lane
Literally.
road
When it's
that
like the
you're
busiest
jaywalking.
fucking road you've ever seen. It's
Yeah,
like,
like, come on, man. Anyways, he came into the store and was asking for food. I'm not allowed to give out food like that.
Yeah.
And they can see it on the cameras. I can't record it.
Like, it's not worth it for the job security.
Nope. Sorry. Fortunately. So then he started asking customers in the store for food. Sorry, let me backtrack. I was not in the front when he came in.
Yes.
There was my coworker, which was a woman. This will come in context later.
We'll call her Joey.
To call her who?
I said we'll call her Joey.
No, Joey, sure.
For the sake of the story,
I
we'll
didn't
call
hear
her
what you
Joey.
said. I didn't hear what you said.
Oh,
yeah.
fair.
So Joey was up at the front taking orders, right? And eventually, she asked him to leave. Right? Can you leave?
Yeah, because eventually you're creating
was like-
disturbance.
Yeah, because now you're just disturbing the customers, right? Oh, fuck's sake! Like we already had like an old couple sitting in the booth, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, we had some customers in the stores, some people behind them. So we were like, eventually, hey, you need to leave. And I'm looking through glass that you can't, one-way glass in the office.
Yeah.
So I can see this is going on. I can kind of hear it. But then he starts yelling, and I don't remember what he said.
I'm gonna bleep that name.
Oh. Yeah, bleep that. Bleep that.
I'm gonna bleep that name out because we didn't say Joey.
Yeah, Joey, of course. Joey. No, just replace it with a voice of Joey.
Just the most like flat dead Joey.
Yep. Anyways. But yeah, he called Joey a fucking slut. And then I was like, all right, well,
All right, at
that's
that
my
point,
turn.
Yeah. At that point, it's like, all right, it's time to throw hands.
And so, yeah, no, I got out of the office chair and I was like, okay, sir, you need to leave.
Literally.
You need to get out of my store. All right. And, well, he decided to come up to me around the counter and start giving me the little finger, you know.
Yep.
Calling me the F slur of various other things, right?
Yep.
And then we get to and I'm like, sir, you need to leave now or I'm calling the police, right?
Literally.
And then I came around the counter, right? And then he got about this close to my face. For listeners, it's about, I don't know, 2 inches.
Yeah.
I looked nose to nose with him. And I guess he kind of expected me to back away. But no, I stared him directly in his eye. I was not afraid of him. This guy was like, guy's like 5'10", maybe 90 pounds.
I was going to say, you got to remember, usually like the crackheads in the places are usually like the most scrawny people. And it's like, okay, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you can be as mad at me as you want. I will kick your ass. Like, I could pick you
I
up
have
like a child.
I have 5 inches and 45 pounds on you.
Literally, it's like,
So,
dude,
you know.
I could lift you like a child. Leave.
Yeah. Yeah. But, you know, didn't want to make it come to that. Didn't want the situation to escalate.
Yeah.
So eventually he called me the hard R
Yep.
and then proceeded to leave the store. I guess he realized that it was not worth the fight because instead of staring at my eyes, he was staring at my neck. So,
Yep.
you know, he was doing a little bit of
looking
this
up.
action. Yeah. So we called the police, made a report on him, and we told him that he left, and they were like, "Oh, he left? Oh, okay, bye."
Yep.
Beep.
Sounds about right.
Yes. Didn't send anybody, didn't make a report of it or anything. Just, yeah.
Yep.
That's
always
great.
fun. I
But
actually
yeah,
have
that's
one.
probably
Yeah,
probably the worst customer.
that's fair. I've got one not about a customer, but I know I told the shoplifting story where I had to chase somebody into the park near my store.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago on the podcast.
Oh, fuck's
Uh,
sakes. Keep
Huh?
keep talking. I have a package at my door. I'll be able to hear
Okay.
you.
But I have another shoplifter story that actually happened like, literally like two weeks ago, I think. This happened the day. So I was supposed to go up to Lake Tahoe on April 13th. We were gonna have I was gonna have a little bus trip up there and just spend the day snowboarding, but it got canceled unfortunately because shit happens. But the day before that, April 12th, I went in for a Friday shift like I normally do, and this was the dumbest thing because this occurred within 5 minutes of me getting there. So I walk in the door, right, and everything seems fine. There's no shoplifter, like no one's watching any shoplifters. No one suspects anything. And it's because this dude is like an average-looking guy. He's not one of the people that is going to shoplift because he's not really concealing his face. He's not trying to. He also doesn't look like disheveled or like anything that you would like think, okay, this person might try to steal something. So like, I don't like profiling people when it comes to shoplifting, but like sometimes you can just tell that like there's a person in here and they're going to try something. But this dude looked fine. He was wearing like black pants, black jacket. He had a black backpack on, and he had like a black baseball cap over his head. But nothing on his face. You could clearly see his face in some of the cameras. And I just walked in at noon because that's when my shift started. So I'm walking in. I tossed my shit down. I put on my apron, and I start walking around my department. And I'm like, okay, what do we need to work on today? What do I need to do? And at like 12:05, I hear our security towers go off. And it's not an uncommon occurrence for them to go off. Normally it's like, okay, someone might have left a hard tag on, someone stepped a bit too close to the gate with a product, something like that. But one of my coworkers then goes on the radio, and I hear over the radio is like, oh, person just walked out after beeping the towers. Obviously not exactly what we said, but I'm not about to say what she actually said, because, that has some words in it that would give away where I work. And I run up from my department because I'm the closest person who's like actually going to chase them at the moment. So I stop my coworker and I ask her, I'm like, hey, what happened? And she's like, it's this guy. He just... Jesus. He just walked out. And he didn't stop when I called out to him. So I obviously run out after him. And I spot him. He's walking towards the road. So I start following him towards the road. At a distance, because I've been like, I'm not trying to make it obvious that I'm following him, even though I've got a company apron on, which is bad enough because he can recognize me. But he notices that I'm following him and starts running. So I take off after him. And that's when one of my other managers follows me out of the store and is like now running with me. So the guy, we chase him down the road. He turns around, opens his backpack, tells us to stay back. And at first I'm thinking, there's no way this guy's going to pull out a weapon. And he doesn't. So I was right about that. But he drops 2 things out of his bag, zips it back up, and keeps running. And he won't let us look in his bag. So what he dropped out was a $500 tent and a tent footprint. So we knew what he was going after because he got 2 things like that. But we didn't know if he had anything else in his bag or not, so we continued to follow him. And he was basically telling us to, like, back off, leave him alone. We're just like, let us look in your bag, and you were literally free to go. Like, we are not going to we're not going to kill you, dude. But we keep following him. And eventually we reach a crossroad. And now this is like a crossroad bridge that goes over a freeway that's right next to our store. But he runs around that bridge and into the nature area next to the bridge. So at first I'm just like, where does this guy think he's going? Like, there's no way out from there, and I can easily follow him. So I go around that and follow him into the nature area. But before I can jump the fence into the nature area, I see this guy jump onto the highway. Yeah, you heard me right. This dude, while running from 2 retail employees, jumped onto the highway and proceeded to run across it. And these aren't like... This isn't like, you know, a 2-lane highway where it's like, you know, there's cars going 30 miles an hour back and forth. This is like a full-on, like, fucking 4-lane freeway that with cars going like 70 miles an hour. And for people who use kilometers, that's roughly over 100 kilometers an hour. Like, they're going fast. So this dude, while running from us, decides to run across the highway and just, like, runs in front of a bunch of cars that are going 60, 70 miles an hour. So, like, 100 to 110 kilometers an hour. And I'm just like, this is crazy. But okay, so we follow him over the bridge. And the whole time, mind you, while I'm doing this, I'm on the phone with the cops. So, like, I'm trying to get them over here. We're still following him. Well, like, me and my manager run across the bridge. We're just like, all right, for fuck's sake. So we follow him. We lose sight of him when he runs behind a building. And that's when we, like, don't know where the hell he went after that. But it was wild. I can't hear you if you're talking. We're playing charades here, sorry. For the listeners, Oof was just back and forth.
There we go.
There we go.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
As someone who only half got to listen to this story?
Yeah.
Because this guy had the lowest speaking voice I've ever heard in my entire life.
Me?
No, the person so I had to sign for a package. My dad ordered a vacuum cleaner, and it's big.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Anyways. But so someone who's heard that completely out of context, and I heard it from you guys chasing him from the store.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I heard you following him, him stalling him, and then you taking off. That's where I started from.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man? This shit only happens in California.
I don't
This is
know.
only in California. I'm sorry. Well,
hey, here's the thing. It's
maybe
not only
here
in California. It's just
maybe
'cause not
here
many
too.
people talk about it, I'd say.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like this happens kind of everywhere, but the thing is the way my city is built allows for the dumbest, like, interactions.
Yeah.
But it's also, like, I feel like...
You could never...
Yeah. I feel like this
The
happens
craziest
everywhere.
thing you could do... Yeah, the craziest... Oh, my God.
Like,
The craziest thing you could do here in Florida is, like...
Run in
I
the
don't know.
ocean.
There's this place... No, yeah, there's this place called the... the Hillsborough River goes right through Tampa. Right?
Oh, no.
Right? So, like, you could go, like, steal, like, a bag of chips off one of the stands and then
Jump into the river.
canoe out. I guess they couldn't do anything, but then they'd send there are boat police.
I was gonna say, they'd send the cops after you. But yeah, no, this dude ran across the highway. We followed him over the bridge, lost sight of him. We were looking for him, and that's when the cops finally rolled up. But it's just so funny, like, how far, like, these shoplifters are willing to go when I'm chasing after them. Because I'm just like, dude, like, I'm a dude wearing an apron. I work retail. Do you seriously think that when I catch you, I'm going to do anything other than get our product back?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
the fact that he kept running after he threw the products out and wouldn't let us see his bag is why we kept chasing him. Because, you know, he might have more in there. But like for the other notice of it, it's like, okay, dude, like seriously, if you just let me look in the bag, I will walk away. Like I'm not going to jump you when I
In
catch up to you.
in fairness, he probably had some things in there he probably didn't want you to see.
Oh, absolutely he did. That's why we kept chasing. But it's just it's so fucking funny to me that I'm just like, dude, this is so stupid. Like it's so pointless half the time that I'm just like, we could be doing anything else. And
instead, we're chasing this guy.
Yeah, literally. Well, mind you, like I know you didn't catch this part, but this was 5 minutes after my shift started.
Oh, nice.
Like my shift started at noon. I walked in, put my shit down, put an apron on, did a quick walk around my zone to see what I had to do, and at 12:05 the towers go off and I have to run after them. And I'm like, dude, like I just got here. Fuck you. There was also another really funny one. I mean, I guess this depends on the nature of funny. To me, it was kind of funny because I was just like, this was like probably the most tame shoplifting accident I've ever dealt with. But in short, I rang this lady up at the counter, right? And all she bought was like some food, which, you know, obviously doesn't have security tags on it. They won't go off in the tower. But she walks through the tower, it goes off. And we're just like, okay, that's kind of weird. She didn't ring when she came in. So I walk over, and you know, one of our company founders is also standing next to the towers at this point because they work on the sales floor with us.
Of course.
And he's there, and I'm just like, she only bought food, nothing should have gone off. And I think she tried to use that as a chance to get away because she thought, oh, because she basically was like, oh, I'm good then, and walked out. And we're like, hang on, wait a minute, like, where are you going? So me and the founder walked out after her. She's not running. She's just walking, so we're like right behind her. We're just like, hey, we're not done here. Like, come back. And that's when she like starts crying a little bit, takes like a pair of pants out of the bag and hands them to us, and we're just like, and she walks off. We're just like, what the fuck? It was really fucking weird.
Oh, okay.
Literally,
all right.
Literally, she started crying, took out a pair of pants in the bag, handed it to the founder, apologized, and then walked away from us. And I'm like looking at the founder, he's looking at me. We're just like, okay. Back to the store, I guess. It was just really fucking random.
Right.
But yeah, that was that. That's just
fucking hilarious.
Really
I have a...
What do you got?
I have almond stuck in my throat. That's what.
That's not good. Don't choke.
Are almond? Hang on, I got a quick side tangent here.
Yes.
Are almonds just? I've heard the almonds are the spawn of Satan when it comes to water. Is that just true? What is up with almonds?
I don't know.
I'm gonna do some research on this real quick, because like I hear that like it takes a gallon of water to make one almond, which seems crazy.
Jesus fucking Christ. That can't be right.
You know what I mean? I'm just gonna look up, are almonds bad?
You can hear me Googling as well. The water footprint of one California almond has averaged 12 liters, 3.2 gallons.
One almond?
What?
Or is it a batch of almond?
It says one California almond. So what is that? What is the difference between a California almond?
Okay, well, types.
Yeah, you'll be surprised to learn how much water a single almond needs to grow. An average of 12 liters or 3.2 gallons. 1 to 3 gallons.
Holy sh...
So for everywhere outside of California almonds, because this is the only article I found that doesn't mention it, it is 1 to 3 gallons per one almond plus shell and hull to be exact.
Right.
So 1 to 3 gallons for a single almond. What?
Oh,
tree nuts like almonds, pistachios, walnuts, and cashews are actually some of those water-intensive crops grown today.
I guess almonds are bad.
Yeah, it takes a gallon of water to produce each and every almond. What the fuck?
Wow.
Why do
I don't
we
even
find
know what
out
to
the
say to
most
that.
random shit on this podcast? And also, what is a California
You know where I got that
almond? Huh.
You know what I got that from? A Game Grumps episode. Fucking
yeah.
Aaron started freaking out one day because one of the staff members said, "Stop! You're eating almonds! They take up a gallon of water, they're bad! Stop eating almonds!"
Damn. But also, like, what the fuck is a California almond?
It's just probably an almond that's grown there.
That's just so funny to me. 'Cause
Realistically.
It's like, realistically, yes, but it's so funny to me that they have to specify. It's like, yes, it's grown in
Turns
this state.
out. Oh, buddy. Turns out there are 23 different types of almonds.
I guess a California almond is one of them.
Actually, it doesn't say that one on here.
What the fuck?
Oh, yeah, it's wait. A lot of the
What?
Okay. I'm going to read the first sentence
Okay.
of each and every almond here, okay? And you're going to see why I'm confused, okay? Cuz like I thought this was different types of almonds, not you'll see. We'll start at the top here, okay? We got Aldrich almonds.
Aldrich.
These California almonds are medium to large size with slightly elongated shape.
I said all shapes.
So those are so those are California almonds, right?
Okay.
Okay. But all-in-one almonds. This is another California almond variety. They are medium-sized almonds with a classic oval shape.
What the
They
fuck?
have a sweet nut. They have a sweet, nutty flavor with a slight crunch. There's different flavors.
Huh?
Yeah, apparently it tastes different. The Aldrich almonds taste buttery. We got Boutte almonds, also known as Padre almonds. Don't worry, they're predominantly grown in California.
What the fuck? So I guess the almonds are just rated on a scale of they're all grown in California and they're all different shapes.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I don't know anymore. No wonder we're in a drought in California. It's the fucking almonds.
Yeah, it's just the almonds.
It's just the fucking almonds.
Where
We're getting more than enough water.
are-
It's just the fucking almonds that are taking it all.
are almonds grown? Let's see.
You know what's fucking wild
Let's
to me?
see.
Now that I know that fact, you know what's wild to me?
Holy fuck!
What? What?
No wonder you have no water, bro.
What? Did you just look up where they're all grown?
Jesus Christ, you make up 80% of the world's almond supply.
California?
Yes.
Yeah, no wonder we're in a
California
fucking drought,
alone.
dude.
You
80%? Could you imagine if there's a million walnuts out there? A million almonds out there, right? Think about this. Say
Yeah.
there's a million almonds in the world right now. There's probably more, let's be real, but a million almonds alone. If we make up 80% of that, that's not even enough water to fathom at a certain point. What?
You guys
means
probably spend like
800,000
trillions
gallons
of
of
gallons of water.
Literally.
Trillions of gallons of water.
Literally, no wonder we're in a fucking drought. 80% is California.
And the other 20% is found in Mediterranean countries like Spain and Italy. Some are also produced in countries like Israel.
Well, if you like your almonds in the U.S., you're welcome. This is why we're in a drought. But also, I need to like reiterate something, right? No wonder they're all called California almonds then, because they're all grown here. But you know what's wild?
To get back on hand.
No, wait, hang on. Before we go back on topic, I want to just say.
Okay.
Think about this, right? Anytime you walk into a supermarket, you see one of those packs of almonds that have like probably 50 to 100 of them in there.
Yeah.
That's like 100 gallons of water you can just hold in
Yeah.
your hand. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, you buy one big carton of fucking almonds, bro. That's 100 gallons of water that you're eating, consuming.
Literally. Holy shit. And also, those things aren't even like, those things don't hydrate you in the fucking slightest.
God, no, they're dry as hell.
Literally. How the fuck is a nut that's super fucking dry take a gallon of water to...
Yes, sir. Yeah, what is like the farming? Matter of fact, you know what? Fuck the topic, bro. We're gonna learn about almonds today, okay?
Yeah. No,
This is
we
now the
talked enough.
almond
We talked enough
podcast.
about retail. We're going into almonds.
This is almond podcast now, okay? How
The all
how
cast.
are almonds grown?
You know what I
Let's
also
see.
want to think about?
Yeah.
How the
What
fuck
else do
did
you wanna think
almonds
about?
survive before we had like proper irrigation?
Yeah, I don't know.
They had to be getting like gallons like every cycle. But like,
Yeah.
what if there just wasn't enough rainfall one fucking time? Like, fuck, what?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I have so many questions.
They grow on trees!
Yeah, I said nut trees earlier. They grow on trees.
No wonder they take a gallon of water.
But yeah, but
I
think
don't
about
even
it.
need to. I know how to grow a tree, bro.
Most of those nuts grow on trees. You're aware of that, right?
You know what? I didn't really think about
Pistachios,
that.
cashews,
I didn't-
okay, valid. But yeah, they all grow on trees.
Yeah, I
Pistachios,
didn't
cashews, walnuts.
really. Yeah, I didn't quite think about that, but yeah, I'm usually used to like, oh, we put peanut in ground, peanut grow.
Okay, valid. But also still, a gallon of water per almond is like
Yeah.
think of an already fully grown tree. You need to put
Yeah.
like 70 gallons of water into that tree to get 70 almonds. It's like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And with how many almonds are shipped and sold daily, like that's fucking mental.
Oh my god.
That,
What else? What is this like? Just a hidden food that is just awful for the environment.
literally. Well, it said it takes 1 to 3 gallons to grow like cashews, walnuts, pistachios, almonds. So like all of that shit is horrible.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is fucking wild.
Find out. Food bad for environment. Okay, well, yeah. Well, we knew this one already. Animal-based foods, especially red meat, dairy, and farm shrimp, are generally associated with the highest greenhouse gas emissions.
Yeah.
This is because red meat production often requires extensive grasslands, which
Yeah, we
often
knew
created by cutting down trees, releasing carbon dioxide, stored in forests.
Yeah, we knew
Knew
that.
that already. Oh, I knew sugar was pretty. I knew that too. I
Well,
can't
we knew-
remember why though. Sugar.
Oh yeah.
Sugar's bad for the environment. I can't remember why. I think it's because you have to grow it in like shallow water and you can take over like fish environments, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's why.
I don't know why this website won't freaking load. Oh, that's because Fork Knife is updating. Why are you updating? Man? Golly. Okay, here we go. The worst crop for the environment. According to the study by the WWE, sugar is among the crops most harmful to the planet. By replacing habitats rich in animal, plant, and insect life, yeah, sugar plantations destroy the most biodiversity in the world, in addition to intense uses of water, pesticides, the cultivation of sugarcane,
Yeah.
and sugar beet also causes erosion.
Yeah, it does.
Such that Papua New Guinea, whose soil used to grow sugarcane, has lost 40% of its organic carbon content. Carbon, which is now in the
Holy
atmosphere and
shit.
contributing to global warming. Oh my God.
And yet we over here in America use sugar in literally everything.
Jeez Louise. Hang on, I'm going to move this to my other screen because I got a new
Look at
monitor.
that fucking poster
It
right
has
there.
HDR. What? Bullet time agent.
Oh, we're looking at different
What?
posters.
Yeah, yeah.
I was looking at a smiling dog in a red dress. It was very weird.
Oh, nice.
So we've got
I'll
an
keep
advertisement board in this
one.
world that's like randomly shifting, and I just saw like a dog in a red dress smiling at me. It's like a chihuahua. It was very fucking creepy.
Yeah, chocolate. I knew that.
Yeah.
Cars. Oh my God.
What else we got?
No, it's chocolate.
Oh.
It takes 2,400 liters of water to make 100 grams of chocolate.
That's worse than almonds.
Oh my God.
Liters to gallons. That's like what?
That's actually awful, and coffee is pretty much the same thing.
What's 2,400 liters to gallons again? Actually, wait. Alexa, what's 2,400 liters to gallons? 634 gallons.
Oh, great.
For 100 grams of chocolate. Alexa, shut the fuck up.
Oh, this seems good. Palm oil, the stuff that they put in Nutella and things like that.
Yeah. Palm oil is used in a lot of things.
It is. WWE notes that palm oil production is in direct responsibility for the following: large-scale deforestation,
Oh god.
destruction of natural habitat in several endangered species, erosion and soil depletion, soil and water air pollution, high greenhouse gas emissions, both indirectly and as a result of deforestation, as well as directly from the processes of the exploitation and transformation of the oil.
I'm willing to bet the people who believe climate change isn't real don't even know anything about how much the food we eat, how much the food we eat actively fucks up the planet.
Oh yeah. Well, mineral water itself actually affects the water.
Weirdly enough, that makes sense.
Wait, what the fuck? It takes to make a liter of water that is sold in bottles. It takes it's a 3-to-1 ratio in liters.
Damn.
That's kind of nuts, actually.
Dude, I started this podcast having a good day. I'm just depressed now. Jesus Christ.
And then the last ones are salmon is pretty bad.
Fuck.
Rice.
Wait, what's wrong with rice? That I didn't know.
Rice, cereal crops are very... Rice requires a large amount of water, 3,400 liters of water per 1 kilogram of rice. Yeah. Yeah. And then
now I feel bad because I eat a lot of rice. A lot of the dishes I
love rice.
A lot of the dishes I make involve rice. So now I feel bad.
Yeah.
A lot of the other stuff I don't eat often.
Hear me out. If you go to a place like H Mart and you're buying the big fat or one of the small bags of rice that you always used to slap as a kid in the store, you're probably fine.
Yeah.
You're buying like industry rice, like minute rice, that's probably you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still
It's
feel
okay
bad though.
because the bigger bag is cheaper anyway. So
The bigger bag is cheaper. You get more for your buck.
indeed. You get a rice cooker and you'll be good. But yeah. The rice fields then release methane, which 100 million tons of methane per year are linked to rice production.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Making it the largest producer of human methane in the world, even above
my God.
livestock production. Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
A lot of this stuff is just painful to listen to at this point.
Yeah, I'm just trying to read through, see if there is any more. No, it seems to be like the top ones that are pretty bad. Like, I mean, here's a couple more just to kind of list them off. 1,200 liters of water for a kilogram of peaches, 800 liters of water for a kilogram of bananas, 600. Wait, 1,600 for mangoes and 3,000 for dates. So, like, you know, it takes a lot for us to grow the things that we do.
I mean, it's not like I was ignorant to that. Like, I knew it, I knew it took, like, large amounts of water. Because, like, half the time we have, like, whole fields for them. But I didn't know how much it was for, like, a single yield of something.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's crazy to me. Like, even just thinking about it, like, I obviously knew that, it took water and, like, resources to grow, like, the stuff we eat. But, like, I don't think I ever knew how much it actually took to, like, for a single yield of something.
Right.
Like a gallon for a single fucking almond. Like, I could fit like 30 of them in my hand and not drop any.
Right.
Like, that's terrifying. 3,400 gallons of water for, what was it, a kilo of rice?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. Just the best thing you can do.
Be mindful of, like, how much you waste.
Look where you buy things. Like, if you're gonna buy chocolate, don't buy industry chocolate, right? Don't buy a fucking Mars bar or whatever the hell.
Hershey.
Don't buy like, and I'm not saying buy the 80% cocoa stuff, because that's even worse.
Yeah.
Look for, like, local chocolate makers and stuff like that.
Always buy local. That's like your best thing to do.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Buying local is always better than anything else.
100%. Like, here in Florida, we're very fortunate. We have bees.
Yeah.
So I get local honey that's grown literally down the street.
Yeah.
If I ever want eggs, my friend Colin, who you should probably return on this podcast.
We really should.
Eventually. Yeah.
Because I missed the episode with him, didn't I?
Yeah. No, you were here with him. You weren't here with Lucas.
Lucas, that was the one I missed.
Well, both of them have VR now.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, that Colin literally has goats, chickens, stuff like that. If I wanted eggs, I could just go ask.
Yo, give me some fucking
eggs.
Literally,
the last time I asked for eggs, he was like, "Go get them." I'm like, "What do you mean, go get them?"
It's like, what do you mean, go get them?
You want me to walk in? You want me to walk me? No. He wanted me to walk in his farm to his chickens and go get the eggs. I'm like,
I've done that before. It's kind of cool. It's terrifying, but it's cool.
It's cool. I have never done it before, though.
Yeah. No, it's always funny when, like, that happens. Because the thing is like, I used to visit my aunt when I was younger. And my uncle, they live in Seattle, so they have chickens there because it's legal to own them there.
Right.
But I used to go up there, and, like, every morning, like, they would never buy eggs. Every morning, they'd just be like, all right, we got 6 fresh eggs. And I was like, what?
Yep.
And one morning, they were just
like...
Hey,
guess what?
One morning, they were just like, hey, Lucy, come here. And they just were like, go get the eggs. And I'm like, there's 6 chickens in there.
Go get the eggs.
I was like, there's 6... Mind you, I was, like, 12 at this time. And they're just like, go get the eggs. And there's, like, 6 chickens in there. And I'm just like... if I grab one, am I gonna get like murdered?
Yeah, he is McCollin is a crazy rooster from what I've heard. So I was not that excited to go in there.
Yeah, just like if I walk in there, am I gonna get like pecked to death? What the fuck do I do?
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, try to shop locally. It's good, even if you live in a big city. Don't say you can't shop locally.
Right,
there are places. There are even in New York City.
I'll say this right now. I live in San Francisco. That is a city of 1 million people. My store sells local honey that's grown like 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah, you can
buy locally. I don't care where you are.
And usually, a lot of the time, if you find local stuff and it's not at like a Walmart or a name brand place like that, usually it's actually cheaper.
It is. Absolutely it is.
Yeah. Like there's another place I can get the same place I get honey from. I can get firewood, and dude, they give for $20. They'll give me an entire wheelbarrow full of firewood.
God damn.
For $20.
No, it's the same here. Like we have like the honey we sell in like 3 different sizes, but like one of them is this like big ass glass jar and it's like $10.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Like most of the time for like half that I have to go somewhere and spend like $8. So I'm just like, fuck it.
Yep.
Some good fucking honey too.
So
yeah, buy locally.
Yeah. And even things like basic things you don't even think about, like propane. There's a farm shop near me, right? I went there, and usually to fill up your propane tanks, it's like $15, $20, $25 at the store, right? To get a new one or to swap out your tank, right? When I was preparing for the hurricane, we wanted to fill 3 tanks for our generator.
Yeah.
One of them was already half fill, so it costed me $10 to fill all 3 tanks.
Damn.
$10.
No, literally, it's so good. Like another thing you should also do, like this isn't even just for sustainability. Like sustainability is a part of this, but also just like it'll save you fucking money. Like my store, like always go to like local shops. Like my store, granted, is not like a mom and pop shop because we have 12 locations. We're in like the Bay here and then down LA now, but like for camping propane, like for like our members, dude, they get like free propane, literally.
Yeah.
If they bring the old can back, they don't have to pay for propane. They just get a new canister.
Yep.
Which is like crazy.
Oh yeah.
But it's like, yeah, like fun. Literally just shop local mom and pop shops. A lot of them will be like more closer knit with the actual companies they work with, and you will be so much better off.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking good. But that being said, we're just about at our hour mark. We might be like 5 or 10 minutes short. But it's 12:30.
Yeah,
it's 7.5 hours till I leave. I still have to pack. I still have to go to 2 stores to get some shit for the day.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna pop out.
I have to go to Home Depot.
That's also true.
One more thing I wanted to say before we went off that talking. Also, grow your own shit. Plants are not that hard to grow. They're really not. I'm growing basil and tomatoes right now. It's pretty good. I also buy basil every weekend.
I also want to say this too. It is really not hard. If like, say the only reason you don't grow stuff is because you don't like watering stuff every day or something like that, it is really not hard to build your own irrigation system. Get some PVC piping, and you could honestly do it quite easily.
Yeah.
Like it is undoubtedly one of the easiest things you can do.
And
because all
cheap,
you need is a drill and some PVC piping, and that'll cost you like
PVC piping is very cheap, like $20 worth. It's not even that much.
$20 worth is like enough for like I want to say what, probably 50 feet of piping.
Yeah,
like that shit is not expensive at all.
No.
$20 you get like 100 feet of piping. That's enough for an entire garden.
Yeah, exactly. So.
And I know
that's our advice.
With a
we
drill.
Gotta go.
Yeah, we do have to go. We gotta go do shit for the day. So I hope you all enjoyed. Click on all the links, hit all the good buttons, follow, subscribe, like, whatever the things are on the podcast. That's all you need to know. Either way, we hope you have a wonderful day, and we will see you all later. Have a good one, y'all.
Yeah.